All right, folks, we have some major breaking news. Deposition video of Jeffrey Epstein has just resurfaced online. And in this clip, back in 2010, he was asked if he and Donald Trump have ever hung out together with underage women, and he refused to answer the question. This video has just popped up online, courtesy of the Midas Touch group, which are doing such fantastic work. I really need you to see this right now. Before I dive into the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about all of this. And this explosive footage of Jeffrey Epstein in this deposition is coming at an awful time for Donald Trump, because we just learned earlier today from the Wall Street Journal, with exclusive reporting of their own, that the DOJ under Donald Trump told him in May that his name is among many in the Epstein files. This reporting is explosive. This follows their earlier reporting that Donald Trump sent a birthday card to Epstein in 2003, which included some very gross lines in it, such as, "We have certain things in common, Jeffrey." That's something that Donald Trump wrote to Epstein. This article reads, when Justice Department officials reviewed what Attorney General Pam Bondi called a truckload of documents related to Jeffrey Epstein earlier this year, they discovered that Donald Trump's name appeared multiple times. In May, Bondi and her deputy informed the president at a meeting in the White House that his name was in the Epstein files, the officials said. Many other high-profile figures were also named, Trump was told, and of course being mentioned in the records isn't automatically a sign of wrongdoing, but with Donald Trump, their relationship was far deeper than your average wealthy person who might have come into contact with Epstein on one random night back in Florida, wherever it is. The officials said it was a routine briefing that covered a number of topics, and that Trump's appearance in the documents wasn't the focus. And FBI Director Kash Patel is also to have reportedly told people close to him that, yes, Donald Trump does appear in the files multiple times. That reporting just came out today, but also this deposition video that we're just getting now of Jeffrey Epstein is making sense, because when you look at other unearthed video of Jeffrey Epstein talking about Donald Trump, it all connects together. Like, for example, here is some resurfaced video that just got more publicized recently than ever before, of Jeffrey Epstein talking very intimately about his friendship with Donald Trump. So take a look at that footage, and then we're going to look at the deposition video.
So how do you know this?
That was close to straight. 10 years. So you probably know he had a scalp reduction, because he had the same male pattern movement that we all have. He had his scalp moved and hysterical. But he'd say, "Michael, come on, let's go to the office." And he'd say, "Tell me, what's it like to be married?" He'd say, "You like having sex with your wife? How often do you?" He'd say, "It's great." Seriously, Michael, how often do you have sex? I mean, don't you want to? You and I can go upstairs, or tomorrow come over. There's this girl's coming in from Los Angeles, part of the Hawaiian tropic kind of. Hawaiian. So come over at 3 o'clock. You're going to have a great time. I promise you, Michael, it's just me and you. You're going to have a great time. Be up here at 3 o'clock. We can go upstairs. The whole time, Victoria's been on the phone listening. He's setting it up, because he wants a Victoria. You must have had a better wife, right? I said, "Yes." "Tell me about it." And the wife's the speakerphone listening. Donald said, I think you're really hot. And I know you think you're a guy. Michael is like the end of the world, the best guy on earth. You will be married to him. You're wrong. Just listen to the next 20 minutes. And you can go with him in your office, set you up.
All right, oh God, it's actually making me sick in my stomach to listen to this. But this is Epstein talking about a very personal relationship with Donald Trump. He introduced it by saying, "I was Trump's best friend for 10 years. He's talking about this scheme that Donald Trump set up so he could be intimate with one of his friend's wives. It is so perverted, gross, disgusting, any negative adjective that you can think of right now. That's how I feel listening to this. But again, this speaks to a close relationship with Donald Trump. And so, when Epstein was asked in this resurfaced deposition video, have you and Donald Trump ever hung out with underage girls? It's not surprising that he pled the fifth and refused to answer. Let's take a look at that footage right now, and then we'll talk about it after.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
Wow. One of the worst criminals in modern American history is asked if the current president of the United States and him hung out with underage women, and he doesn't answer the question. He pleads the fifth, uses the 6th and the 14th Amendment to protect himself. What does that say about Donald Trump? With the video we just saw of him talking very personally about his friendship with Donald Trump, with this reporting from the Wall Street Journal that Trump's name appears in the Epstein files not once, but many different times, from all the different photos and videos we have of Donald Trump and Epstein partying together, with all the witness testimony of people saying, yeah, they were best buds. What does that say about Donald Trump? This is becoming more and more suspicious by the day as we learn more about their relationship, as we see resurfaced deposition video like this. Only more and more questions are being raised. We're not getting any answers from the Trump administration. Trump is covering everything up. And the thing is, Republicans are helping him do it. Mike Johnson, just yesterday, shut down the House of Representatives until September for the entire month of August. They're not working. And the reason he did so is because there was some momentum for a vote to happen in the House of Representatives to demand the Department of Justice to release the Epstein files. Now, earlier today, he went on conservative media and decided to spread a conspiracy that Biden might have altered the documents. And it's like, well, if he altered them, why don't you release them? Why don't you let the American people see? This is what Mike Johnson said on live TV earlier today as he helps Trump cover this all up.
Quickly weigh in on Epstein. Many are hoping to see more of those files released. There could be future court proceedings. Is there any reason that you have to believe that any documents were tampered with by so-called deep state operatives?
God.
Look, it hasn't been my area that I've worked on. Unfortunately, I wish I knew more about it. It's been in the Department of Justice. One of our concerns is, of course, that it was held in the hands of the DOJ leaders under the last administration, the Biden-Harris administration. And we all know how crooked and corrupt so many of those top officials were, how they engaged in lawfare against President Trump. And he has a...
it's so pathetic. It's so pathetic how these Republicans are bowing down to Trump, getting on their knees, and doing everything they can to prevent these files from coming out. They're blocking votes. They're voting against it. They're blocking motions. The American people are demanding transparency. When we see footage like this of Epstein refusing to answer if he and Trump hung out with underage women, the American people are saying, can we just have some transparency on the current president of the United States, the guy who's currently leading this country? That might be nice. And Republicans are spreading conspiracy theories. They're blocking votes. They're pulling all of these shenanigans just to protect Trump. It's gross. So anyway, I just had to show you this deposition footage of Epstein that's just resurfaced. I hope you share this everywhere. I hope you share this footage wherever you can, friends, family, loved ones, social media. You do you. You know better than I. I will leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. It goes an incredibly long way. Drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about this footage. And as I always say, I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.